I pledge allegiance to all the fine girls who we shall worship forever.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode with the FYNE Girlz. I'm Kaylah.
I'm Jada.
I'm Lericka. And I'm Nique. And today we're going to be talking about our women in competition. You know, sometimes us women just can't get along. And it shouldn't be that hard. So we're going to dive into what we think about it, why we think women are in competition. So, first, do you ladies believe women are in competition?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Me
No,
too.
that's the one give a fuck, but some women are. And at a point in time when I wasn't so sure about myself, I was too.
Yeah, me too. I've seen it, been in it. I mean, what about you, Jada?
I believe that, yeah, some are. Not everybody, of course, but I know that I've always, not always, but I see a lot of women who especially like to keep up with the Joneses.
Mm-hmm.
So they see one person with, you know, a nice handbag or, you know, whatever the case is, and they feel like they got to go out and buy the same thing. I see it quite often. So.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I had an instance like that in college. I was just like, I don't know, I was trying to be the best girl wherever I went. So I was paying attention to what other people was doing, what other people was wearing. And if some girl had something that I liked, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get that so I can wear that next time. Or I'm gonna dress something like that next time. Like, yeah, I was out there to be like people. But in that, you know, I did find my own style and my own stuff, so I don't do that anymore. But yeah, I definitely used to be a competitor in the women competition. I was in there. So what reason do you guys have as to why women can't get along?
Well,
Or why it's hard for women to get along?
ego, pride,
That's why I said women are so emotional.
attitude.
Yeah.
Women cannot, or not, they can, but it's hard for women to just kiss and make up. Men can get in some of the worst arguments you've ever seen.
Full
and
on
the next
fist fight.
day,
Best friend.
yes!
And we can't do it because we're like, I'm not paying.
Yeah.
Or I would like to say that a lot of times we have more pride than men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have issues with being able to just like apologize
And put it aside.
and actually leave it where it's at. We always gotta bring shit back up.
Right.
Well, but when you said that, what did you mean though?
Yeah.
Like, I know we apologize, I know we cool and everything, but what the fuck? What did you mean though?
That's a famous line of Lericka.
What did you mean though?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But it is hard
I have
for
said it
women.
before though.
Yeah, me too. It's hard for women. Even my boyfriend, recently he had a friend that they just had like a really like bad situation, and he like, yeah, I'll probably talk to him again in a couple months. I'm like, what? Like, I would never talk to him again.
I think men have a
And
harder
he
time
just-
cutting their friends off than we do.
Probably,
Yeah,
but
that's
he
what I
just
say.
thinks that he could let it go at that point. But I would be like, I'm always like, well, you better never talk to him again.
But women are cutthroat too.
I was going to say,
Because,
they
like,
hold grudges.
personally, like,
Yeah, me too. I do. Because
Yeah.
I think I'm not gonna let you get the chance to do me like that again.
exactly. That's the biggest thing. Back when I was in high school, I was with a crowd that just wanted to talk about everybody. And I'm just as much to blame because I sat around for a long time, like, participating in the bullshit. And, you know, becoming an adult, obviously, and being a mom and stuff, you know, there's just certain things that you should not be putting your time or efforts into, and tearing people down is not bringing you up. But women are catty, like, and when you like come for somebody's life, I mean, like, I've had some pretty messed up things to me. Like, I've had people like wish death on my kid. I've had people wish death on my mom. Like, there's no coming back from that. I want blood.
Yeah.
Like, fuck words. Like, yeah.
No, I don't blame you. I'd be the same way because I don't know. I'd be serious about my feelings. So once you hurt me, like,
you try to cut below the belt, I'm gonna cut 10 times harder.
Forget that. Which I've gotten better at it. Like, there's some people that I've let back in my life because I didn't have the best. My friendships in college didn't end the best way. In which I never got an apology from them. But, you know, when they tell me happy birthday and stuff, you know, I'll have like a conversation with them, like, about what they're doing now. And
Yeah.
I tell them happy birthday. So I did, you know, learn how to kind of just let it
Move on
go.
without
Yeah.
apology.
Yeah. Exactly. And it definitely depends on the situation.
Mhm.
Because, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't, like, come at a female because, like, I feel like I'm better than her. It's just a level of respect. Like the moment that you like try to challenge me, like, or really try to hurt me, like hurt my feelings or whatever, or hurt my livelihood, that's when shit's gonna go left.
Yeah, it's really hard for women just because we're so emotionally invested in stuff. Like, and I won't say men are invested in their friendships because men,
they are.
Yeah, they be tight.
Yeah.
But it just means that much more to us. Like, dang, like, we just are not the best at coming back from that stuff.
Yeah. Not. Like, it just depends on the relationship with the person too, though, because like me and my sister, like that's my sister. So like me and my sister get into it and we fight. Whatever, nigga, I'll see you tomorrow. Like whatever, or we just let it go. We don't need an apology or nothing like that. But if it's like if you get into it with like a friend or something like that, and they say something, you're like, hold up, bitch.
Yeah, what?
Because you don't, for real, because you don't always, like, if you're like me, like, you have a hard time trusting people anyway. So, like, if I feel like you have an ulterior motive or you might have said something that came off weird to me or something like that, like, I'm going to express that, but I can't just, I don't, it depends on what it is. I always tell myself, like, no, I'm not going to say nothing. And then guess what? So I just think it's funny how.
Oh man, I'm the same way. Like,
or
I
just
can
be
let
like,
it slide.
so what? Like,
it eat at you.
It,
like
it does, and I don't know why that is, but I feel like that's not just. I feel like that's a lot of women in general. Like, we don't. A lot of times we don't know how to just let a situation go. You know what I mean? But the way that I try to think about it nowadays is like, all right, this person did something to piss me off. Is this person worth me still having in my life? Do I still want this person around me? And then if the answer is yes, all right. Well, this is how I figure out the answer is yes. Would I give a fuck if this person died? If the answer is yes, then it's always worth trying to repair, repatch, and take a step further into looking into. If the answer is, I don't know if I necessarily would feel a way about it per se, then I'm like, all right, well, fuck them, I don't need them. Because what I would hate to do is literally fall out with somebody I actually cared about and then have them just disappear or something bad happen to them. Because I don't wish death on nobody. I don't wish harm on nobody or nobody's family or situation. I never do. So I don't ever take it that far. Like, I don't say hurtful shit. But some women, I know some women, I'd be like, bitch, I hope you die. Like, and stuff like that. Like, I really know some people like that. So I try not to take it to that level. And I gotta tell you something later. But I gotta tell you something afterwards that's like, it coincides with this.
Yeah, but I agree. Me and my sisters are like that too. But I think that has a lot to do with how we're raised. With them, I can almost forgive them for anything. Because my mom always taught us, you know, of course you'll have your bickering here inside, but when you go out there, y'all are one team.
Oh yeah.
So it just.
And I have some friends that was like that too.
Yeah, because mom will definitely be saying about you and me.
Like, Kaylah will get on my last fucking nerves. Everybody knows that. Me and Kaylah get on each other's nerves. If bitches say something, I'll be like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'll probably say something. She'll be like, that was annoying as fuck. You hurt my feelings, bitch. But if somebody else was to say something to Kaylah, I'm like, so what you want to do?
She's right there every trip, and vice versa.
But that's how it is for like a lot of people. You just have to determine what the friendship means to you. But I to answer the question, really, I do feel like a lot of women are in competition. I do feel like they're trying to keep up with each other.
There's a healthy relationship with each other.
Exactly.
True.
And why? Because something's hurting them down below. But, for example, like I said, the girls that I was friends with, like, back in high school, like, they were broken. And, I mean, still have problems to this day. Like, a lot of mental health concerns that have not been addressed. And I don't even mean to say that, like, in a bad way. Just somebody that is now very focused and at peace with the mental health. You notice things like that now. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I wish, like, a lot of people, again, us being so prideful as women, I will be the first one to admit, like, I had to put my pride to the side, and sometimes, like, the people that I might have been intimidated by or wanted to be in competition with, those were people I need to take notes from. What am I sitting here being angry at her for scrolling because she's living a life when maybe if I learned something from her, I could find something within myself and I could be doing the same thing.
Yeah, I used to really not be the best with women. Like,
me either, and I would talk about everybody.
Yep.
Me too.
I really would.
Like,
and it's not even that it necessarily made me feel better per se, because it didn't. I I don't know.
Yeah,
It was just a thing.
It's just a thing. You just get accustomed to it.
And then whoever you're talking about it with, if they're encouraging it or they want to hear it, like, I'll be the first to admit, like, when I started hanging out with an older crowd and just, you know, different people of different upbringings, all sorts of things. One of my friends, like, straight up told me one day, like, stop. What is this doing for you? You know what I mean? And at first, that shit hurt my feelings. Like, why is she telling me to stop? Like, I just want to talk to her. And then, like, I try again, like, the next day, and she's like, Kaylah, stop it. Like, it's not doing anything for you. And that humbled me to a whole new perspective. And I feel like that's when, you know, like, for example, when me and Lericka have our spats or whatever, me and Jada, like, that teaches you how to handle certain things. Like, hold up, I love this person. What the fuck are they doing? You know? But again, I could have easily been in competition with her. Like, she has a big name and things like that. I could have easily been intimidated. But that's one of those moments of let me step back. Because she's coming from a place of love and trying to tell me how I can elevate to that same level.
Right.
That's how I do it with my sisters. A lot of the time, like, if they're saying something I don't agree with, instead of, like, going back and forth, I just be like, okay, I understand. Like,
Agree to disagree.
yeah. Just be like, okay, I understand.
And that comes with growth and maturity.
Yeah, I did have to learn that the hard way because I used to be, like, my older sister, when she wouldn't come around for things, I'd be so upset, like, what do you mean you're not coming? Like, because we'd be together for everything. So I'm like, what do you mean you're not coming? So, like, literally, maybe, like, a couple months ago is when I started kind of just, she would explain why, and I'd just be like, okay, I don't ask any more questions, because you just have to be understanding. And women do have a hard time with understanding, which is also probably why there's a divide in the relationship with women, because even me, like, if I'm somewhere and if you're looking at me for too long, I'm like, what is she looking at? Like, I am not an ask questions first type person.
My sisters is like that too. And I used to be like, bro, we're cute. Chill out.
No, yeah, I
It's
am.
alright.
And I'm assuming the worst. You're looking at me for some reason. I don't think, oh, she's like, my boyfriend be like, you're pretty. And I'd be like, no, that's not it. Like, I would be in my own head. I am not an ask questions first person. Like, I will be like, what is your problem? Like, I don't care. I won't say, like, I don't know, I'm not nice first, really, usually. So that probably is definitely my problem. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really ever, not ever, but it took me a while to be good with being friends with women and getting along with women. I don't know, I used to be on some.
And I kind of did too, because I used to be like, I had a very low tolerance for bullshit. And a lot of the things that I would say, because I'm a blunt person, I'm very honest, to the point where sometimes it can hurt people's feelings. And I didn't really understand that it was my delivery that was fucked up, not necessarily what I was saying. Because I'm like, well, it's the truth. Oh, well. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I was. And I had to learn not to be like that with my sisters, with my cousins, with my friends. Like, that's, like, literally.
It's all about delivery. And you can say certain things without it hurting somebody else's
a little bit
feelings.
nicer.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that because the way that, you know, my mom is and that I am, we just be brutally honest. Yeah. Like, instead of, I had to learn, like, okay, if somebody asks me how I look and it looks like I don't like how it looks, like, instead of be like, bitch, you look hot ass, man, take that shit off. I'll just be like, I don't know, maybe we could find something else.
Yeah.
That's growth for me.
That's growth.
No,
Cheers to growth.
it is. Because I probably still need to work on that. I'm not, like, rude. But I could definitely work on my delivery. Oh yeah, I could definitely come off rude because I have attitude first. Like, I'll catch your attitude in a heartbeat, but I won't say nothing. Like, I'll just be sitting, like,
and then, like, as far as, like,
looking around, like, I will not say nothing.
As far as women being, like, in competition or why we can't get along too, you have to understand that everybody wasn't raised the same. So what you do as loyalty to somebody else may think differently, or everybody has, like, their own ideals of what they think being loyal is or what they think being real with their friend is, and you just have to learn your peoples so that way you know what you're dealing with, because they do something you might be like, what the hell? But they might look at it like, I don't see the problem.
Yeah. And we're very, as women, I'm gonna say it, we're very judgmental. And I feel like that's why we have such a tougher time compared to men. Men, it's like, oh, we're hooping, what's up? Don't know you from anything, like, what's up?
Care.
Exactly. Women, on the other hand, like,
shit, it's hard for us to even smile at each other sometimes. We be just staring at each other and be like, well. And then if she smile, be like,
No, I stopped smiling at people because so many times I've been like, and they just look at you,
yeah.
so I
Like
stop.
a lot of people,
Unless they smile first, then I'll smile back.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like,
why is that with girls? Why can't we just never be like, oh my? Well, some of it just depends.
Yes, it depends. It depends on where you're at. You can just read a person, but I feel like the number one thing nowadays, like one thing that I always get is, oh, like I saw you, people on Instagram, I saw you in person, but I didn't say anything because like I thought maybe you might be stuck up.
I've gotten that before.
But somebody was how?
Somebody told my boyfriend, like, your girlfriend looks so mean. I wanted to say hi, but I probably was just sitting there. I was
exactly.
Just like, what?
Resting bitch thing is a thing.
It is.
That's true, but it's like,
especially me, like all my emotions be right here.
Yeah.
Right here. So I have
But
a
like
hard
for me,
time.
like for me personally, like what I've noticed too is like, cause so I've always had an issue with girlfriends. Like I've never had girlfriends really. They don't last very long for me because I'm not the one to gossip. I don't like talking shit about other people. I don't like that. It's nothing. It's never been anything that suited me. I just never been that person. So like when I would surround myself by people, and me and Rick were talking about this earlier, how we're natural like healers. So I would always attract so many people who were broken, and they would just sit there and talk so much shit about other people, and I would just be sitting there like,
damn, y'all don't talk about me.
I'm like, dang, so what y'all say about me behind my back? Like, so a lot of times I would just separate myself from friendships, and a lot of times I wouldn't even say anything. Like, I would just completely go ghost, and like, you'll never see me again. And then like, people will sit there and be wondering why, maybe I disappeared, and that's not a good trait that I've had, because, I should be able to voice my opinion and voice why, I stopped talking to somebody, but also I've thought to myself, like, is it really worth it? Like, just like you were saying before, like, is it somebody that, that I would really care if, would I really be, heartbroken if our friendship ended and they ended up passing? And that's very, it's not something mean, but it's just like,
true.
it's true. Like, it's like, would I really, really care? Like, it's like, dang, I might have had like a little love for you, but like, it,
not that much.
Exactly. Like if it's just like a damn, like that's sad. But if you're gonna have me like bent over or something like that,
right?
Yeah, no, we gotta squash this.
Right, for sure.
So how can women be better?
Sometimes you have to be a sponge. Okay, like you have to. If you are in the mind frame of thinking that somebody's better than you, and so you have to be in competition with them, that is an insecurity within yourself. You have to take time and dig down deep of whatever is bothering you, because you're not at peace. You're in pieces. I've been saying this like for the longest time. If you're just bothered by what other people are doing and whatnot, you need to find something for yourself. Like, I think we can all attest to being there maybe at like one point in life where we just had to self-reflect, like whether it was for like, a minute of a day, or if it was a, phase in our lives, or whatever the case is. And most of all, switch up your circle. If your circle is all about like, oh yeah, like
I'm gonna beat that
fight her,
bitch up,
exactly, yeah. Read my mind. If your circle is encouraging like messy ass shit, it's time to get a new circle. Like if it's not putting anything into your pockets or taking away from it, and it's costing, your peace, you need to walk away from all of that.
Learn
Or
your.
I was gonna say, because to bounce off her, or if you're that person in the friendship who's like that, you need to do some self-reflection for yourself and not be that person, because your energy is reflecting on everybody else, and you're literally just spreading that to so many people. You're spreading toxicity, and that's not how. That's not how. That's not how you should be doing that.
I would say, okay. Well, I don't know if I understood wrong, but I would say you don't always have to be like 100% together in friendships, because maybe like us, we put each other's pieces together a lot.
Exactly.
And even when I was in college, when they were good friends, we all went through stuff and all talked about it, and just kind of same thing, just kind of put each other's pieces together. So that, I feel like that's a part of a good friendship, is just be willing to help somebody, or just and accepting help and building each other up. Women need to do a better job at building each other up.
And I'm one of them.
Yeah, me too.
I'm one of them.
And that's exactly what I meant by being a sponge, because everybody has something else to offer. You know what I mean? Like I can gather a piece of something from every single one of you of how to go or handle a situation better. Right. Whether it be women, whether it be a job, whether it be anything in life.
And learn who your real friends are, please. Your real friend is never going to put you in a predicament if you got shit to lose, your real friends are never going to put you in a predicament where you could lose it all.
That part.
Okay? But if they are people who just around for the moment, they're going to put you in situations where it's like, you know, like, okay, let's say this. Like, if you are a person who has a temper or whatever the case may be, right? Because, you know, some people get like that. And you have a temper or whatever, if you're around people who are going to be, like, encouraging you, like, oh, yeah, let's go beat that bitch up. Oh, yeah, let's go do this. Oh, yeah, let's ride. You got to go key as far, let's go. Type deal. That's not it, y'all. I hate to say it, and I know y'all feel like these are your ride or die bitches, but your ride or die is not going to let you go do no stupid shit like that where you can really get in legal trouble. It's just not going to happen like that.
Exactly. Because they wouldn't be the same one to bond your ass out.
Right. Now, if you already got your, now I'm the friend, right? If you already got your mind made up that you are going to do what you're going to do either way it goes, I'm going to ride with you. Either way. Right? But I'm going to try to talk you out of it first. I am. I really am. But then, you know, if it gets to that point, I'm with whatever for whoever I love. That's just what it is.
That's my best friend.
That's just what it is. And then another thing, please stop being envious and displaying jealousy. Like, literally, jealousy is like so ugly. It's like, jealousy is hate, if y'all didn't know. It doesn't stem from love. It doesn't stem from anything positive. It stems from literally hating someone because they may have more than you. Or literally hating someone because, first off, God gave blessings to that person. I'm sorry he didn't appreciate, and that's when it goes back to being able to appreciate the things that you already have before you lose even those. And if you're like, and that's hating, like, if you're hating on somebody, stop. There's no reason to hate on anybody. God will bless he will reign on the just as well as the unjust. So you just have to find your balance and what works for you, but you have to stop hating on other people. You wonder why you don't have no blessings. You wonder why you're like going through things or whatever, which God will test everybody, not just people who hate on people. But if you're hating on people, you're not helping yourself.
Exactly. You're not able to.
God doesn't want you to hate anybody. You know what I mean? He don't want you to. If somebody gets blessed, you clap for them. Okay? Because you don't know what they went through to get to where they are.
Exactly.
You don't know what their walk was like. You don't know what trials they went through. So if you see somebody flexing with something on Instagram, sometimes it's not just to flex or prove a point. Sometimes it's literally because, damn, I'm proud of myself.
I did that.
I did that, right. And people are happy for their growth, and you should be happy for them. So stop being envious. That's another reason why women can't get along.
They need to be
you hate on the next person.
Exactly.
Nobody can. And be genuine. Don't be fake.
Exactly.
Don't be fake.
The backhanded ass compliments.
I used to be a little fake. I really did. I used to say that. I knowingly was fake. I used to call myself phony. I would see somebody I know and I would purposefully not say hi. But I don't know. I used to be kind of antisocial, so I used to not really want to have conversation. But yeah, I was knowingly phony.
If you don't be fake and don't be phony though. Like, if you're gonna be a friend, be a friend. And some people just need to learn how to be friends, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you have a friend who needs to learn how to be a friend, start by being able to call them out on their shit, because that's what friends need. That's what friends need. Like, and y'all either gonna fall or y'all gonna grow. But either way, you gotta call your friend out on their shit, because if they're doing something that you feel like or that you genuinely care about, you're gonna speak on it. You're not just gonna watch your friend go down this fucking spiral. You're not gonna watch if it's your friend and you care about them, you're not gonna watch them down spiral. And you're not gonna talk bad about them. And another thing, if you fall out with somebody, stop putting their fucking business on the internet.
Say that.
Don't stop spreading their business around to everybody. That's not nobody else's business. If y'all fall out, then y'all fell out. But all their secrets and whatever they told you, at a point in time, y'all were friends. Respect that. It's called loyalty. You don't do that.
Friendship is commitment.
It is, and it's work. Just like any relationship. It's give and take. And you can't expect to consistently have somebody be a good friend to you and you're never a good friend to them.
Exactly.
That's not how it works.
Exactly. Because, God doesn't like ugly. Okay? Definitely been there back in high school, spreading some business that was not mine to spread, and that will come back tenfold. But let me tell you, people that I've fallen out with, their secrets are going with me to the grave. And I know God, them, everybody appreciates that.
Yeah. So, And stop running your mouth.
That's
another
that's a
thing.
big one.
Stop running your mouth, okay? If you find out something about somebody, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you get close to people, you do tend to tell them a lot of everything, right? But not everything about other people's business. That ain't their business.
At all.
Just because
You hear a
know what I mean?
situation, don't entertain it. You have the power to control and shift a conversation.
And please
And
stop
sit-
being. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But sit back sometimes and realize, why does somebody feel so comfortable coming to you with the information they're presenting to you?
Right. Not only that, stop acting like just because somebody is not friends with. Okay. This one I'm saying. This one I'm saying. Stop acting like just because somebody is friends with somebody that you don't necessarily care for, that's fake, because it's not. Majority of the time, y'all have a totally separate relationship. And understand, if you're a real person and if you like really a real friend, you're not gonna sit there and if they want to talk shit about that person, they're not gonna talk shit to you about that person. You know what I mean? Like, just be real and don't be so insecure to think that your friend would talk about you if they're with somebody that you don't necessarily care about, because that's not the case. Everybody has separate relationships with separate people. Now, if you gotta be real too. Like, if they as soon as they start talking about that person, you need to be like, oh no, we're not doing that.
Yeah. If it's like a very minuscule situation, like, I agree with that. Like, you shouldn't be the, oh, you can't hang around them if you're gonna be friends with me type bullshit. If it's something like small or whatever, you don't like some stuff that they said, or you don't like if they're affiliated around with somebody else or whatever.
Yeah, but understand if y'all actually got into it and they was already cool with that person.
Yeah.
You can't expect them to just be like, oh, fuck that person because they did this to you. You know?
Yeah.
That's not cool. Stop doing that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I've been in those situations.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't riding with me. You ain't my friend because you cool with that bitch.
Oh, you know how to hang out with her.
You
because
should.
She
You
did
first off,
XYZ.
ain't nobody gonna motherfucking dictate who I do.
Exactly.
That's just what it is. And
That's
but
my friends too.
right, and
You
I
know, tell me who
love.
I can't hang out with.
If you're my friend and I love you, I'm never gonna down talk you. It don't matter who I'm around. It don't matter if I'm around somebody you hate or I'm around somebody that you're cool with. I'm not gonna do it. So it doesn't matter, you know.
So as women, we definitely have some work to do because we could be a lot better. Yeah, me too.
Everybody.
Yeah, me too. Because I will say, like, you guys are only like my third group of female friends.
Oh no.
I'm 24 years old.
I know.
So.
I know.
Yeah,
I be feeling like I don't have no friends sometimes. I mean, Kayla's here.
You guys are my second group.
Yeah.
My first is my family and my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
My family.
Yeah, that's
my
how.
sisters,
Yeah, I used to
cousins.
just call my sister like, "Who are your friends?" My sister.
Yeah.
Like that would be it.
Yeah.
My first one was in middle school. So that's just to give you a little
And that one I
insight
had in
on
middle
that.
school, I had since I graduated high school. So then I had one in college, and then.
If you really want to know who your friends are, have a baby. You'll find out who your real friends are and who is not fucking with you. There's so many people I used to deal with in high school that I do not talk to anymore at all. You know what I mean? Like, you find out when you have a baby, because that's when you're going to go through a lot of ups and downs.
Biggest transition in your life.
Yeah, you'll find out who really has the time to listen to you, who has the time to help you.
And who cares for you.
Right, and you have to, I'll say this too, in a friendship, listen, if your friend has kids and you don't, I want y'all to understand how much it means to a person who have kids that you love their kids too. They're an extent, that is the biggest part of them. If you don't give a damn about their kids, why do you think that y'all should still have a friendship? Like, that's
regardless
so
if you
weird
have kids
to
or
me.
not.
Yeah.
You always look out for your friends.
Right.
Kids.
But I'm
Always.
saying, like, you know what I mean? Regardless of whether you have kids or not, like, if your friend has children, you don't know how much that means to your friend to love the little things that they love so much. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's important as well, you know? Yeah, I feel like that's really important when you have friends. When you have friends and you have kids, please make sure that you have friends who actually want to be around your children, who actually desire to have a relationship with them, because if they don't, they're trash.
Yeah.
Right.
If they only call you when it's time to club or whatever, you know what's
That
going
ain't your damn friend.
That ain't your friend, that's your associate, that's your club buddy. Which is cool to have those too, but understand everybody's value and relationship in your life. Everybody's not meant
Everybody
to
has
just be
a
your
place.
close friend.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody has a place.
Yes.
So if you have any more thoughts, comments, or opinions, we want to see them down in the comments on what women can do better, why we can't get along. If you have any other thoughts different than us, or if you have the same thoughts, you know, we want to hear it all. So thank you guys for watching. See you next video. Bye.
Bye.